Hello, Rams Nation. Welcome to Episode 5 of Royal Rams Report, coming to you from Bighorn Castle here in fabulous Las Vegas. Really appreciate you guys checking in and watching the show today. I know it's hard these days for people to stay interested in anything for more than 30 seconds, but to get the full intended message, just please hang in there. For a few minutes, try not to swipe till it's over. Thanks. Let's get into Rams stuff. Here's a few quick observations I have from our preseason game versus the Chargers. Blake Corum was looking good again early, and every bit what we thought he was going to be when we drafted him. Jaquez Hunter played pretty well, and Cody Schrader runs angry, and he's making a case to be on our squad. I think Stetson Bennett should be making the type of plays he made in the first touchdown in the first quarter today. But trying later to force it into Mumfield in the red zone, that was a mistake. So, the third quarter dart against the backups was impressive, but you saw what you get with the consistency with the fourth quarter interception that could have simply ended the game. But luckily, he got the gift of stupidity from the Chargers and an opportunity at reprieving himself. And he hit the lottery and pulled it off. I just don't know. And I'm sure not everyone will agree with my opinion, but he still has some more work to do to prove himself worthy enough before we ever consider putting him on our actual roster, in my mind. Plus, Carson Wentz is still available right now, and I would feel a whole lot better with Carson Wentz as our third quarterback than a Stetson Bennett at this point. Who else loves seeing Sean Dolac start the game and have the green dot? And once more, he was all over the field making plays. Pooh Paul did get hurt early again, but the good news was he did return and play in the second half. And of course, the refs blew the ugliest of holding calls on that punt return touchdown. I will tell you this for sure. We're going to have some extremely tough decisions trying to decide who the final 53 are going to be on this roster. Yeah, there's been some talk on another network's app that starts with an N and ends with a C that we should somehow try and go and get Kirk Cousins. Mr. Florio, that would be a big no. Just goes to show you there's no common sense in today's mainstream media markets. Him spouting off stupidity like that. Oh, and I totally disagree with Mr. Florio that the league can't cheat in NFL games. Give us all a break. I'm a fan first, and obviously not obligated to toe the party line. So I'm not going to do that. The facts are in plain sight and impossible to deny. The incompetent and pathetic referees have huge impacts on the outcome of these games. And if they're instructed from upstairs to call the game a certain way, that's exactly, plain and simple, how the NFL cheats every single season. I'm quite sure there's going to be more discussion on this later in the season. Whether you like what I said or you don't, give me a comment. Let me know how you feel. Anyway, now's the time to say subscribe, like, and comment. It'd really help me out if you would. Thanks. And so now I just want to do a quick recap on the season ticket holders minimum use policy proposal that I have laid out the details, reasons, feasibility, and need for in episodes 2, 3, and 4 of the Royal Rams Report rant section. You can go check it out on YouTube and see the in-depth facts and content about that. To put it simply, I believe it's well past time that Rams season ticket members who don't use 3 games a season themselves for a minimum of 3 seasons in a row, they should immediately lose their season seats. They will also lose their SSL and seat membership privileges, having them revoked for an additional 3-year ban on purchasing season tickets again in the future. I know this one simple policy would keep 95% of the Southern California Whiner fans and all the greedy brokers out of SoFi Stadium. Let's all hope the organization hears this. All right, it's time for our memorabilia spotlight. And today I've got another kind of obscure collectible. I've got a couple of them. They're pretty cool, but again, I don't know why they didn't have more of them, but I guess maybe they weren't the most coolest collectible. So anyway, here it is. These cars are called headliners. And this one's Isaac Bruce, I believe. And that's what it looks like right there. Yeah, you can see it without the screen in it. And I have a little one here that's loose. I have a loose one. You can see it like that. Yeah. They're pretty cool. I like them. They got, not a bad little collectible. Again, it's got a hat. It's got a figure. And it displays great on the walls. So, once again, thanks for checking out the Royal Rams Report. I'm your host, Vegas Mike. Hope to see you next time and see some of you guys at the first game this year. So, until then, Rams Royal Guard!